everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Tess and today we are going to go through my September update for my cross stitching. I would like to say a massive welcome to all my new subscribers and I hope you find something you like and a reason to stay. First up, I will give the stats for the month as per usual. I'm sitting at 82,708 stitches for the year. I am 67,992 behind where I wanted to be, but as I say every month, I'm not going to actually reach the 200,000, but I'm going to count towards it. And in the month of September, I stitched 7,187 stitches. And let's get into the actual stitching. First up is Haystack Sunset by Jeff Pritchard, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. Just quickly, because I know I do have a few new subscribers at the moment, I have cut this image into a quadriptych. I completed the first part in August last year and I'm working on this second. I'm not as far ahead as I would like, but this year has just done a complete number on my stitching. So this is where it was last month. I'm a bit crinkling because I'm not as organised as I thought. And oh, there it is. No, upside down. And this is where I'm up to this month. It's really hard. I'm super close to my bed, so it's hard to get a good image. I've almost finished another colour. I am so excited. I think I'm about 43% complete. I'll figure out this when I do my goals, but I'm hoping to complete it by my birthday next year. Should be completely achievable, but I've just got this little section in here and then I'm on to the next colour, which I have already picked out. So I'm just still so in love. I have stitched on this project every day since I started it, 1st of January 2019. So I think today is like 643 days. I've also started another challenge, like 100 days of stitching, where I stitch for half an hour or at least half an hour every day. And I'm up to day 44 for that. So that has definitely helped get some progress back into this beautiful thing. I don't understand how I'm still in love with it after seeing it every day for a long time. That means it's good, right? Okay, moving on. Normally I would share Peppermint Purple sale. I haven't stitched on it at all in September. Claire announced that she will be doing another stitch along in 2021 and it will be the same dimensions as this year. So I am on the hunt for more fabric so I can display them together the same. For some reason I can't find white, which is what I bought. I can only find antique white or ecru. I really don't want to have to start 2020 again, but I know me, and if I can't match the fabric, I will. So fingers crossed I can find some more white Ada the same, because I've done a lot, especially those borders. They were a lot of work. But yeah, so I don't have that to show this month. Also Cagliostro, that was on my sort of regular rotation. I don't think I can maintain a consistent rotation other than Haystack. I didn't touch it, and it I think has the final part out this month, so it's off the rotation that I will show you obviously when I stitch on it, but it's not going to be a monthly thing. And last but not least on the monthly things, something I have worked on is Positivity Rules by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. I've actually managed to stay up to date every month. I haven't finished it yet, even though it has been out for 2 weeks, I think, but it is still going to be finished before the 6th part would potentially be done. So this is where it was last month, and this is where it is now. Not a lot done, as I said. I picked it up but haven't had a chance to do a lot. I just started the word positive. And again, I love blends, I've discovered. I didn't like the alternating colours, so I've blended them instead, and I love it, and I cannot wait to have this finished. I did find an issue, as you can see, with the fraying. I've never had that happen before, but I've also not had a lot of experience with even weave, so maybe that's just a thing that it does, and yeah, I'll just have to make sure I serge or protect the edges in the future, because that came really close to where the actual stitching is, and I don't want that to happen in the future, because most of my charts are full coverage and that would be disaster. And I did 328 stitches, so not a lot, but every little bit counts. Moving on, this was supposed to be a birthday start next year, but I got the fabric and I couldn't wait. So I've only done 100 stitches, or 105. I'll put a photo in here of a picture I took when I first got the fabric and realised quite how large it was. I knew in my head that it'd be big, but numbers in my head to actually visualising it clearly didn't, go together. So this is Small Magellanic Cloud. It's a NASA image. I'm doing the Supersize Max colour, again charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. And I'll put a picture here of what it will look like in 15-20 years, because that is all I've gotten done. As I said, 105 stitches. I thought there would be more blocks of colour because of how many stitches there are. So originally I was going to stitch that the way Heather Confetti Stitcher does her George piece, or was doing it when I'm still in the early videos. That's not going to happen because there's going to be points where it's just too many to count. So instead I'm actually going to stitch all the way across the top. So there's going to be a couple of colour changes. Could get messy, but I'll be doing single row at a time and see how long that lasts, because I really don't want to grid that much. I love gridding, but no. And that's kind of why I got the fabric so soon. I was planning on gridding it to start for my birthday, and then I saw the size of the fabric and I didn't want to. So that will get worked on occasionally. I don't have a lot of cross stitching time. I've got a lot of whips, but I am trying to figure out next year the best way to tackle everything. But again, that will come later. So that's my stitching for now. I did participate or create my own challenge, Silly September. I didn't finish it, but I'll show that at the end in case you don't want to watch 15 whips with very little progress. So for now, I'll just get into my regular sort of haul and we'll just go through with it. First up, I got my Silk of the Month from Silks For You. This is a limited sort of dye lot every month. They've got 2 clubs. One is their regular lines that you get separately, and this one is random colours every month. Sorry, I'm trying a new thing, so hopefully you can see the colour. yeah, that's not too bad. So these are my silks that was for the month of September, and they are absolutely gorgeous as always. I just love them. I need to use them more because they're too pretty. Yes, so that's my Silk of the Month club. Sorry, as I stretch, I've got a lot of stuff to show. I also received, sorry for the crinkling, actually there's going to be a lot, I'm just going to show you in the plastic. Finally, no fault of theirs, the July Fabric of the Month club from Fortnite Fabrics. I just get a 8th, whatever that is, like the smallest piece of fabric they offer, and I get it in the 32 count. I, again, have a lot of whips already. I do mostly full coverage, so I didn't want to have too much fabric and not really use it, so I've just got the smallest. When I stitch on 32 count, I often stitch 1/1, so I can still get decent amount of stitching on there. So it's so pretty, and I'm so happy it's finally here. And also from Fortnite Fabrics, funnily enough, was sent afterwards but arrived before, I got, let me get this right, the Spring and Summer collection. And oh, I don't want to take them out of the plastic because there's a lot, but it's just gorgeous. I know you've probably seen them because who doesn't want these fabrics in their life? This one, like, it's no surprise I like purple, you know, purple there, purple chart, but that is my favorite. And then just the gorgeous colors. I really need to pull them out and actually use them instead of hoarding them as I'm wont to do. Absolutely gorgeous. And also from them I got a cross stitch key. Probably don't need it. It's got like the cloth counter for a couple of for most counts it looks like. I know what I buy, so that's not a thing. The corner guide, where to start. Yeah, it's useful, I'm sure. But that is my Fortnite Fabric goodies. Sorry, words are hard. I got Jay isn't on Flosstube. Jay's X Stitch, gorgeous fabric dyer, gorgeous person, and Manda from Pennington Terrace. We are going to do a stitch along. At the time, we couldn't find a single chart that we all liked, but we did find this. It is part of a trilogy, so this is clearly the one I got, and then these two, Manda and Jay, are going to do one each. So the kit finally arrived. I don't know when we're starting this. We are going to replace the kit fabric. Gorgeous colours. I'm excited to try something different. It does also come with beads, and mine were everywhere, which is why it's no longer in its case. But that is going to be so pretty. Love stitch alongs. We've actually since then found a chart that we all like, so that's also going to be coming up soon. And my last bit of haul that I paid for, I have a few mirabilias and things that need beads, so I wanted a way to store them because I love organisation. So I bought this. Now the problem is I didn't read the listing. It was actually for 2. I don't bead enough that I need 2. So if I show you, I haven't even filled a single row. This is all the beads I own. I do have more to order for different things, but these two will probably never be full. But I don't want to then sell that one or get rid of that one and then need it. But anyway, it's gorgeous. It's organized. I love it. I've been eyeing these off for a while and took the plunge. Okay, no, she's not there. Before I head on to Silly September, I do have a couple of little goodies. I've been catching up with some ladies locally. We've been stitching quite a bit, which is nice. We're very fortunate here in Canberra that our COVID cases are non-existent I think we've been free of cases for at least a month. So we're able to get together and do some stitching. And one of the lovely ladies gave me this J from, pretty sure her Flosstube is Paradise Flossed. I will link it down below. It is just gorgeous and so special to get something like this. Absolutely gorgeous. And then I also went to a catch-up yesterday for stitching, and Cherie from Cherie Z and Agonez gave me this, and it's a gorgeous little resin kitty, and it's a shaker, and I love it so much. Originally I was going to get a needle minder. I think it's a bit big for that, so instead I've just got a shaker and I'm going to play with it, and it is beautiful. And thank you so much, guys. Super appreciate it. Now, we ready for Silly September. I am going to try and do it as neatly as possible. They're still all in their Ziploc bags because I just didn't think to pull them out, but hopefully I can fix that in editing. So, as I said, I didn't make it all 30 days. I just got too overwhelmed. Things are too busy. I need to realize that I can't commit to that much. I've got half an hour a day for Haystack, and sometimes that's honestly all the stitching I can do, and it's done at like 11 o'clock at night. So I need to be a bit more realistic with my goals, which I am working on. But for September, I did work on 15 pieces and got 2,432 stitches in. Just reaching. So these are the gorgeous pieces I worked on, and I will show you them one by one. First up, we had St. Flovia. This is a photo of where it was last time you saw it. I don't know when that is for any of these. It's probably been a while. And this is where it is now. So I'm not going to give individual counts because some of them were pretty pitiful, and I love it. I love the floss that I picked. Yeah, I'm not super in love with how my back stitching looks on this, but I think once it's framed and up, it will be fine. That's what I'm telling myself for now anyway. Next up was July. I am doing this along with Armour from Armour's Little Wonders. This was, pretty sure this was my birthday start for this year. Trying to find out where we are. So here's a photo of where it was last time. And this is where it is now. I know, bizarrely, I have stitched like, I think, bottom right or bottom left corner. But I just wanted to be able to stitch with some colour, and this was one of the easiest ones to find. I'm loving the 28 1/1. I'm still trying to get used to the easy count, knowing which line to work with, but I've got to pull it out. I've got to pull these out again. I just need to have a year off to stitch. Next up is the Florist, and here is a photo of where it was last time. And this is where it is now. So I got a little bit done. I did discover I mustn't have been very careful when I first pulled it out to work on, I think in 2018. I've lost one of the colours. It's a kit. It's really hard to find. I can't find any information about it. They're anchor colours and they just give descriptors rather than colour numbers. I'm pretty confident it's the missing colour would be between two shades. So I think I'm just going to go to my LNS and pick a random one that seems to fit. It's the best I can do. I'm going to keep searching for a new kit or information, but I'm not holding my breath. Next up is Four Seasons Sal. Here is a photo of where it was last time. And this is where it is now. I didn't get as much done. Like, I really want to put decent stitching into this, but I think at the time it came up on a Friday, which I went to one of my good friends' houses, and the lighting wasn't great for 1/1 on 32. But I made progress, and that's all that counts really. And I'm in love with this fabric and would even just hang this fabric up on the wall. Like, oh, gorgeous. And I am sorry that I'm not giving a lot of details for all the chart information and floss and fabric, and it would just be far too long. I have gone through it with my whip parade, and I will go through it again in my whip parade coming up, but as for right now, this video would just be too long. Next up, I have Three Little Words. Here is a photo of where it was. No, this isn't Three Little Words, sorry. What's this one? Pot for Dicky. Three Little Words is coming up later. Here's a photo of where it was last time. And this is where it is now. Again, I'm really bad with thinking the numbers and seeing what they are. I didn't realize it would be that small. So this is the full width of the chart. I am cutting bands from this, so it won't be as tall or the same dimensions as it's charted, but I think it'll still be pretty special. Next one is What's Your Number? Here is a photo of where it was last time. And this is where it is now. Got a little bit done. I was really hoping that I'd have more time when this came up so I could get a finish. It's quite a small piece, so I might pull that one out sometime soon just to get another finish for the year, because finishes would be nice to reduce my stitch or whip count, which I'm already adding to. Anyway, next up is Pandemic. Here's a photo of where it was last time. This is where it is now. I didn't add anything exciting, I just continued down the border. I'm going to borrow inspiration from Noah of Noah Stitches, and I'm going to complete the entire border before I stitch the insides. So that is going to take a while, especially because it never comes out. Anyway, next up, sorry, just take a drink, is Penelope's Posies Pincushion. And this is where it is now. Absolutely love. Again, it's a tiny whip. I should just pull it out and stitch it until it's done. I got the full kit, so that will be able to be finished fully eventually, as is my life. Next up is Punch Today in the Face. This is what I've gotten done. Quite a bit of progress, but at the same time, not really, which is the story of my life. Now we move on to Three Little Words. So here's a photo of what it looked like last time. This is what it looks like now. Not much better, but again, 1/1 on 32, and I don't think I was at home when I was stitching it, so I didn't have my good light. Next one is Po Body's Nerfect. This is another one that I really want to pull it out and get it finished. This is where it was last time you saw it, a very long time ago, and this is where it is now. So I'm pretty sure that this is the N. It doesn't look like an N, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I will have to pull that out and give it some love. We are getting close, I promise. Next up is Live What You Love. This is where it was last time you saw it. And this is where it is now. Ideally, I would have preferred to finish the L, but I was doing it in the car while Elise was at singing lessons, so doing this was a lot easier because I really don't want to be frogging when I already don't have enough time to stitch. Okay, next up we've got Fleur de Couleur. You are probably not going to be able to see the progress. This is what it was last time. And this is where it is now. I just went around the outside with a lighter grey, so really not obvious. And I didn't even finish off the end. That's how unorganised I have been. Second to last is Needleworker. Here's a photo of where it was last time. And pretty sure it goes this way. And this is where it is now. Or does it go that way? No, this way, because that's the W. Almost finished the W. And last, but of course not least, is Save the Stitches. Again, there's not a lot of visible progress. Here's where it was last time. I think, pretty sure it goes this way. And here's where it is now. So that's it. Considering I pulled, 2,000 stitches, over 15 progress of 15 whips, not a lot of progress on each. Better than nothing, but I've got to figure out how to organize myself to get finishes and substantial progress. I don't know. I just need to figure out how to get more hours into the day, I think. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry if I felt a bit flat or distracted. There's a lot going on and I'm a bit tired because daylight savings started this morning and I may have forgotten and gone to bed really late. And we had dance again today. So I'm going to go. I will see you hopefully soon. I did mention that I wanted to start a Stitch With Me. I probably won't get that started before next month, but as next month is November, I will be doing my normal update, I think my plans potentially. I will get a whip parade out that will, sorry, distracted. Hoping to get my whip parade out on the 1st of every year going forward. I know the one this year was in March. Going forward, I'm hoping the 1st of January is where my whips are at, and then that will obviously continue. Want to get plans before the new year, and I'll just see you when I see you. Hopefully it will be sooner rather than later. Thanks all. I'm going to go clean up the mess I've made and hopefully get some stitching in. Bye guys.